2 tough results, back to back. How did you make the performance day from the boys?
I thought it was okay first half. Obviously got ahead, couple more chances, played out well, threatened their back line, outside their back three really well. Didn't get the second, which kept the game close. Second half, totally different game. Obviously they scored 2 goals, got on top of us. We struggled to build, struggled to get out. Yeah, difficult sort of few days really in terms of results. Still trying to look for something from the performance. We'll reflect on it Thursday and still try and develop individuals, and the boys that have come into the under-18s, having had to be patient over the last sort of few months with second years now going out on loan. Get back to their IDPs, get back to their individual development and continue to work on them over the next sort of month or so. It's all we've got left, with sort of 5 games left to go, I think it is, and try and get something out of it.
Where do you think it went wrong in the second half? What between the first and second?
Just think we couldn't get through, couldn't get over. I think they sort of pressed a little bit better in the second half. Exploited outside of our 2 centre halves for the goals. Quick free kick that we switched off for the second one. Need to look back and see what happened on that one, whether it's an overload for the quick free kick or whether we just completely switched off. But it does happen with younger players. Difficult moments that cost goals that then ultimately can cost the result in the end. So it's always learning. It's always learning experiences for us as staff and more so for them as players. But what we do need to see is development and improvement individually with a new group compared to sort of like 2 months ago.
With the young players come through, Aidan, towards the end of the game, from my own eyes, he had a really good solid performance. How do you make of his / Tommy coming into the squad as well? Yeah,
so 2 younger players today. Usually there's more younger players, but because it's a midweek fixture, some of the second years could get some game time as well. So that keeps their game time moving in the right direction. But it's also good to have the younger boys around. We always speak about being role models as scholars. So whether you're a first year scholar or second year scholar, can you help and support the younger under 15s and 16s coming through? And that will hold them in good stead when they go into hopefully potential scholarship. So that's always important to us. Sometimes it's a little bit easier for them to come into a game where we're a little bit further ahead, a bit more on top. So it's interesting to see how they react and what their characteristics are like when it's a tough moment and when they're defending a lead and got a lot of bodies behind and tackling a little bit more and running a bit faster. So it's interesting to see how they deal with it. Aidan's had 2 games now with the under-18s over the last few days, so it's great for him. His games programme will be split across 15s, 16s, 18s between now and the end of the season, and then Tommy will be a bit of 16s and 18s in readiness for a scholarship next year.
With, say, touching on the end of the season, what do you want from your players? 5 games left to go. What do you want to see out of them as they go towards, let's say, professional contracts, scholarships as well?
Yeah, there's been a lot of movement over the last sort of 6 weeks, which doesn't help in terms of continuity, relationships, partnerships across the pitch. I think we expect that. I think we understand that as a group of staff. Sometimes it's harder to be a bit more patient for the players, that it's not always going to click and connect all over the pitch. So it's sort of understanding that over the next 5 games and trying to piece together 2 halves to make it a 90-minute performance rather than just little periods here and there. But at the same time, we have to understand there's a lot of young players on the pitch, a lot of players that haven't played with each other at all. So it's not going to look as smooth and connected as it will at the start of maybe next year or like it was at the start of this year. So it's about supporting them and helping them on their individual development, but also trying to put together better performances than we have done in the last 2 games.